Hello all. Now we are going to see how to construct a recursive code for multiplication and division. So here how to see recursive step, that is mainly intention here. So for this basic operations multiplication and division, how you are going to write the recursive code, let us see here. So first of all let us see for multiplication. So multiplication, if you see, so here we know that how we are going to multiply. For example, if you take 2 into 3. So what is 2 into 3 meaning? So we all of you know that 2 we want to add 3 times actually, or in another way 3 we want to add 2 times. So if you take 2 we are going to add 3 times. So that means 2 one time, second time and third time. So this is going to give result 6. So this is what we are going to find actually. But here we are going to see in recursive manner actually. So for example, what is happening here? So here if you see the recursive step, this is actually the operation here. You can say like multiplication function name. Okay, this is the operation. Now if you see 2, if you add one time, if you add 2 one time, then how many times you have to add 2? Then you have to add 2 times only. So again you have to perform same operation. You can say this is, if it is the first main function call, then after doing some work again you are calling the same function but with different parameters, you can say. Now you have to find what is the answer for this. So what is the answer for this, you have to find out. Then if you add 2 one time, then how many times you have to add? Then only one time you have to add 2. Now again the same operation but with different parameters. You see the different parameters. So same thing even here also you have to find out its result. So if you add 2 one time, then you have to add 0 times actually. So here you started with 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. But this parameter is not changing, that you have to observe, because that you have to write as a code actually. Now if you see carefully, this you can say we reached the base condition actually, right? That means you are not going to do same operation next actually. You have to return back wherever you called. So that means whenever you reach 0, second parameter, then we are going to stop the recursive call, and then what you have to return to this place. So we are going to return 0 actually. So this whole thing is going to replaced by 0. So 2 plus 0, 2, this you have to return. To where you have to return, here it is called actually. So 2 we are going to return 2 here. Same way 2 plus 2, 4. So this 4 we are going to return to here, 4. Now 4 plus 2, 6. That 6 we are going to return in this place. So in this way we are going to get the answer. So in this way we are seeing actually the recursive step here. Now let us try to write down recursive equation. That thing you can easily write into recursive code. So here if you take these two as A and B, A into B we are performing. So multiplication of A and B. So this is what we have to perform the operation. So what we are going to write here. Now here what we did here, A we added one time. So A we are going to add one time. After A is added one time, then how many times we have to add A further? Then how many times A we have to add? A we have to add 1 less than the earlier time, right? Because one time already added. So that means earlier you have to add B times, because one time we added already, B minus one time only we have to add. That is what, right? So same function we are calling. So here function name this one, same function name we are calling here means this is the function name you can say. So this is what we are going to do. So till what time you did like this, whenever B reaches 0, then you have to return 0 actually. Okay, if B is not 0, that means B is greater than 0, then you have to continue this step, right? So if B is greater than 0, then you have to continue this step. That means recursively you are calling, one time you are adding, by updating the values you are calling again. If b equal to 0, what we returned? 0. Of course you can simplify this one further, that means once one recursive call you can stop actually, because whenever b is 1 you can simply return 2 here, so that you can reduce one recursive call. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, so this is the recursive equation. So same way, now this writing into code is simple, right? So let us see division also in the same way. So in the same way, if you see the division, so in this way you can convert multiplication into recursive code actually. So now let us see division also. So before going to see how you are going to write the recursive equation, you please try it. Okay. So now let us see division. So in the same way division, if you see 6 by 2 we are doing. So what actually we are doing when you are dividing? Okay. So we are doing that actually how many times this you can reduce from 6 actually. That means how many times denominator we can reduce from the numerator, that is actual meaning, right? So let us see what is its meaning. So 6 minus 2. So we are able to remove 2, that means denominator one time successfully from the numerator. So that means one time you successfully removed. Then what is the remaining thing? Remaining thing is 6 minus 2 by 2, 4 by 2. So that means this is actually 4 by 2. Now what is its meaning? So here you see the operation divided by, here also divided by, but with different parameters, same like here. Here 2 into 3, but here 2 into 2, parameters are changing. So we can say this is the base condition, right? So in the same way we have to move towards the base condition. So what we have to do next? This result we have to find out. So what is its result? So same thing we are going to perform. What you did here, same thing you have to do for this also, but with different parameters. So even here also one time we are able to remove successfully denominator from the numerator. So again 4 minus 2 by 2. So this will become 2 by 2. Again this value you have to find out, right? So 2 by 2 if you find, so 1 plus 2 minus 2 by 2, that means 0 by 2 is the actual one. Now whenever it is 0 by 2, what you have to do? You have to return 0, right? Okay, so 0 by 2 is 0. So this entire thing is replaced by 0. 1 plus 0 you have to return 1, it is going to return at here. Then 1 plus 1, 2, that is going to return to this position. So that will become 2. So 1 plus 2, that is 3 actually. So that is the recursive step in division also. Is it going to numerator becoming always 0 at the base condition? So it is not possible always, right? So for example, if you take 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 if you observe, same thing. So 1 plus 5 by 2 if you reduce one time, then next time 1 plus 3 by 2, so then 1 plus 1 by 2. At this time we are unable to remove 2 from the numerator. So denominator we are unable to remove from the numerator. So at that time what we have to do? At that time also we have to return 0 only. So 1 plus 0, 1, 1 is going to return here. So it will become 1, 1 is going to return here, 1 plus 1, 2, then it will become 2, 1 plus 2, 3. Even in this case also it is 3. So that means always numerator will not become 0 at the base condition. So what is the relation between numerator and denominator? Okay, so that we have to observe here. So if you take this is A, numerator is A, denominator is B. So what is the relation here if you observe? So in these cases, whenever it is returning back, at that time if you observe, A is less than B actually. That means B we are unable to remove from the A. Then that is the base condition, termination point. So with that, let us try to write down similar type of recursive equation. So here division A comma B. Okay, so here always second parameter is changing, but if you observe here, what is going to change? What is going to change? First parameter is going to change actually. A is the numerator, B is the denominator. So if you see here, so what we are going to do, if you are able to remove B from A one time successfully, that one time you have to add, then how many times further it is dividing, then that means how many times further it is going to remove, that we have to find out actually. So one time we already removed B from A, and with the same B next time also you have to perform, and same function you are calling, right? So here same function you are calling, whatever function operation here, same operation, that means same function we are going to call. And when you are doing this one, so whenever A value is greater than or equal to B actually, even equal also no problem, you can remove one time, right? Okay, so that is why A is greater than or equal to B. If A is less than B, if A is less than B, so A is less than B, or even there also 0 is less than B, so that 0 is less than 2. So whenever A is less than B, we are returning 0 in the both the cases. So this is the recursive equation for division operation. So in this way we can construct easily recursive codes or recursive equations, so that we will get the good practice. Okay.